yours, Ghost.
Alright.
Man, Vince is psyched for this.
He is so happy. Although Vince, I think, is just happy that there's going to be... There's a woman coming to the ring! Oh, fucking, they've got baby goats.
Yeah, it's a bit...
Oh, this is brilliant. Are these guys the heels? Or are they the faces? Are they the heels or the faces?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
There's an awful lot of... No, they're bound to be faces in this. I would have thought the Smoking Guns would have been the faces.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Whenever you look at them, there, it's quite clear that Billy Gunn there with his long, beautiful hair.
His brother looking on is like, Billy, you just grabbing that girl. It's a bit out of order, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a heel move.
what was Sonny must have been?
Sonny, not unimpressed.
No. Oh Jesus fucking hell! He couldn't get into the ring. Oh, look at him! Take a wee shite in the ring.
And baby goat.
Did you just say on Bobby Goat?
Yeah, Pigeon Irish.
Radio television. Knocked on Bobby Goat. Look at the fucking referee as well. The referee's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, lads, you'll have to put these out. So obviously, the match can't start until the ring is cleared of lights. This is not a march.
Look at you, this match in my ring.
Like the Godwinns is like, we just came here for a match, but we thought we might be able to sell a bit of livestock while we're at it. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Or this case, 2 goats, half a guinea.
And 2 sacks of cornmeal.
This is, there we go. There's Cloudy.
Cloudy.
Just for people who don't
Hanging out
really
with Chris Candido there.
understand, back in the day they didn't really have like a pre-show. What they had free for all, which was just like a couple of matches that would happen before the Jesus Sonny. Look at that look. It would happen before the actual PPV, and they'd go back and forth from the pre-show where like they're doing interviews to the match. So it would be almost like if they run out of people to interview, they'd show the match.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, it would be like a dark match. And in the beginning, there actually was 2 matches. I think we might mention this earlier on. One of the dark matches was Triple H versus Aldo Montoya, and the other one was the Body Donnas, Skip and Zip with Cloudy, and they defeated the New Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Leif Cassidy. So that's what that was in reference to. And obviously, Sonny isn't happy about it, but fuck her.
Yeah.
She's like that. Like I can't be too angry at her because actually she was fucking full of charisma. Absolutely full of it. Literally full of it.
Just so much charisma.
Yeah. However, she was one of those valets who's only there to look pretty. Do you know what I mean?
She was a mighty looking woman as well. Mighty looking woman.
You wouldn't be afraid to take her home to meet the parents. Like, they wouldn't be the type of person who'd sneak in the back door. Although I bet you she would be like a wee bit of sneaking in the back door, huh? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? God forgive me for saying that.
I'm sorry. I better pray a bit. That this cowboy hat gimmick, like the 2 of them, the Smoking Guns from Wild West, like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean when I'm talking Goofy or the Godwinns here. That's
it was very
2 fucking baby goats in the ring. Get the fuck out of my face. What are you even? What?
What
the fuck? Who fucking signed off on that?
Look at that one woman, just a polite wave. Just
the Queen's wave.
How to do? Just watching some good old wrestling.
Just watching some wrestling with my friends.
Suddenly became that creepy pedo from Family Guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like, you know, when you got that mix of Stone Cold being a ruthless, having the attitude, obviously, of the Attitude Era, mixed in with these guys.
Yeah, like, these, what's their gimmick? Oh, well, we are uneducated guys who probably live a semi-subsistence living, maybe eating roadkill. This is the idea they're projecting.
Mm-hmm.
And we're fighting 2 guys who have come here and in all seriousness are pretending they are cowboys. Where is this being filmed again?
Fuck, I can't remember.
Somewhere way up north. There's probably not that much fucking ranching happening, you know? If you're cowboys, you got a ranch to take care of. You're not traipsing across.
Mecca in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you're not going to piss off from Texas to Wisconsin for the weekend for wrestling. What happens to the cows, huh? What about if someone comes a rustling? like the Godwinns.
Yeah.
If the Godwinns were smart, what they would have done is let the guys turn up here for the match,
yes.
and then fucking go cattle raiding on Sun territory.
With their 6-shooters on the back of the wee baby goats.
Yeah, boys, we got ourselves a pretty 45 cattle of them silly guns. And they'll never know it was us or nothing.
The road dog Jesse James at this point, you know, he's good friends with Bart Gunn and Billy Gunn. Maybe he would have been like he would have been the stable boy, you know.
He'd be one guy hanging there. He's like,
yeah,
I'll look after everything.
Nah,
you just need one Godwin or a goat to distract him. Is that a baby goat? And then he'd follow it off. The Godwins come in, bang! Half your fucking cattle are gone.
We're cattle rustling ranch. Why is there a baby goat going in here?
Something is afoot. The road dog with his Sherlock Holmes hat and his magnifying glass following the goat.
He would have had the dreadlocks at the time as well. You see, he would have had to curl them up into like a beehive, you know, to get them underneath the hat. He's got the pipe, you know.
Oh yeah. You see, actually that would have been amazing. I would have rathered that as a video than this match.
Yeah, so far.
Just the guns walking around Wisconsin going, where are the goddamn Godwins? We're here for, we left the ranch for this.
Well, they've ended up in Mecca instead. Like, well, instead of going to Wisconsin, they've actually ended up in Mecca. Oh, there's Cloudy. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, nurse. Reference there that the kids won't get. Animaniacs.
If you watch the Animaniacs, by the way, they got some shit past the censors. There's a bit in Animaniacs. Sure, it's funny coincidence, but there's a bit in Animaniacs where they're being Sherlock Holmes. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
They're being Sherlock Holmes, and it's Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, the Warner brothers and the Warner sister Dot, and they're trying to solve crimes in the Hippo's house. And
oh yes,
and Yakko turns to Dot and goes, "Sister, look for Prince." So she fucks off, you know. She comes back with the artist formerly known as Prince in her arms. And Yakko says, "No, sister, fingerprints." And they both share a knowing look. Prince smiles and gives her a wee wave. She drops him and says, "Not today." That's it.
It's amazing.
Brilliant. Amazing. Like how they got that. Don't think she says "not today." I think she might say something like "nah" or something like that. But I mean, it's
she
obvious.
Thinks about it.
It's obvious what the joke is. And they got that shit back. There was also a bit in... do you remember Rocco's Modern Life?
Yeah.
There's a bit in it where they talk about choking the chicken. Like the...
There's a lot of weird shit in Rocco's Modern Life.
Fucking, you got Rocco's Modern Life and Ren and Stimpy. Can't have Ren and Stimpy. Fucking hate it. And I know that a lot of people I respect as human beings like Ren and Stimpy. And I fucking hate it. I hate everything to fucking do with it. I hate the close-ups. I hate that fucking foghorn. Every time there's a close-up of an infected toe, it's not funny. It's disgusting.
Gross.
It's fucking shit. I hate gross-out shit. It's not funny. The only people who have done gross-out shit good was American Pie. And that's because they played with it, because they played with the conventions. The bit where Stifler's about to drink the drink with the cum in it.
The spermie.
Fucking brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Austin Powers were also very good at gross out stuff.
Oh, for the... It's coffee, Tyson.
No shit. Same joke. Exactly the same joke.
Yeah.
But very funny. It is shit, Austin. Oh, I thought it was just me. Like, I'm not saying that that's fantastic, but I mean, fucking hell, it's miles better than fucking Ren and Stimpy when he puts his finger up his nose and pulls out a bunch of snot. That's not funny. And there's a zoom in. Fuck off. I'm sorry. No. I probably got vexed at that, but yeah, that's.
No, I enjoy listening to that.
It's just bollocks.
I must confess there were bits and pieces of it I did enjoy, but
The lowest common denominator.
Just there would be occasional things in Ren and Stimpy like that. That's quite good. There was a superhero in it called Powdered Toast Man, which I thought was genius. And
yeah, I remember him.
Very, very occasional bits, but like either it was good when it had limits or hadn't. I don't know. There was something to do with maybe how much control they had. Probably having some kind of limit might have been good in that particular show. I don't know. Yeah, there was some real, like at times, like, yeah, why are we looking at the infected toe again? It is most discussed.
Yeah, I know, and the guy seems to have a big following, and I suppose I can understand that. I can understand it being like an indie thing, but it was really popular. Like lots of people know about Ren and Stimpy.
I did like the art style at times, but like the many close-ups of snot and infection, that stuff was like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, and
famous sir.
Oh, look at it!
Oh, look at that. I dropped the famous to roll him, and now I'm going to pin him, I tell you what.
Yoo-hoo! Yes, yeah. Oh, how dare he? How dare he? Oh, she's got Texas on her badonkadonk. On her back.
She's really changed sides. She's hanging out with Godwinns. Now she's got Texas on her behind.
I do declare.
That Jezebel.
Stones on her. Oh, there's Rib Breaker. Just holding him there, like, pushing down on him. Punch him in the face. What are you doing? Oh shit! He's actually lost a tooth. Great stuff.
But like, I don't get why they. Like a reversal in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like an eye gouge would be a good thing to do.
Or just rolling away from him.
Yeah. That's Midian, isn't it?
Yeah. Phineas A. Goodwin.
Yeah.
Godwin. We didn't mention Vader. Or not Vader, sorry, Midian earlier on. That was off mic.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know this might sound like an exaggeration, but every time he stood in the ring, I thought, this is going to be the best match ever. And I was never wrong until the next time he came back.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say this about many people, but he could have gone into any business and he would have gone right to the top. Astrophysics, jazz, guitar, cattle rustling. Super science.
Hanging out with a zombie wrestler in both satanic and corporate satanic.
You got it. Could have done it. He could have gone right to the top.
He has his eyeball tattoo. No, Mandy, sorry, he has an eyeball tattoo.
Oh, okay, that's better.
However, he does have a tattoo of a Confederate flag.
Oh, Midian.
He's now working as a chef in Tampa, Florida.
What the fuck?
Yep. How the mighty have fallen. A lot of these people, I don't know, it's like, we've talked before about how, look at, oh Jesus, Midian, you're so handsome.
The plaintive cries of Midian on the apron.
Yeah.
Get over here, I'll tag you in, brother, I'll tag you
Oh,
in.
there he is, don't need a little bit of jam. Like, these guys have, trained for ages, they've trained their bodies, they've taken an enormous amount of punishment. They're in a business where a lot of it you have to kind of pay dues, like that Triple H video we watched.
Yeah, where you're saying you haven't done the work.
Yeah. Oh Christ!
And those fucking rings did not have an awful lot of.
No. We went to an indie show.
Yeah.
Last week. It was fucking great.
Good shit.
Yeah, it was really good stuff.
What's the name of the company again?
It's W3L.
You can look them up online.
Yeah, Worldwide Wrestling League. They were great. found out afterwards that they don't actually have much of their own wrestlers. A lot of those guys that we saw, they kind of rent in.
Move around between different companies.
Yeah. So ICW as well are another one. So that guy, Joe Hendry, Global Hero. Yeah, he was very funny on the mic. Actually, he was very good. Guys like that, they just kind of they just kind of bounce about the place. But afterwards, we went and we smacked the ring a couple of times.
Yeah,
and it is fucking hard. And I've seen the ring being constructed a couple of times. There's actually a brilliant, I think it was the Discovery Channel. A brilliant documentary following like an indie company. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's the one where John Cena was the prototype in.
Okay.
And it shows them constructing the ring, and like it's basically like a bed. You know, they construct it with the what do you call the bottom bits of the bed where the mattress lies on? Yeah, they just have that.
Yeah.
And then they just put plywood on top of it.
Okay.
And it's wood. So what you're hitting is, you know, the middle of the ring is probably the bit with the most give.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have an awful lot of give because, Jesus, Sonny, mad as a bag of snakes. Yeah.
Do you know what? As well, her wearing, you know how their thing was like Texas, woo!
Yeah.
And she's got Texas on her. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could get a modern American crowd to boo anybody that had the Lone Star State on their trunks, unless they were saying Texas is good and should secede, and everywhere else in the US is a pit of sin and should fuck off. Then I think you'd get mad heat.
You see, I think that, I don't know, maybe it's because a lot of the things that I read about Texas or hear about Texas are from like shows like the Daily Show, which are very liberal. But other than like maybe Houston, Texas, or Austin,
yeah.
where they're more like liberal places. Like is it Houston that's weird? They
Socially
say, like,
liberal.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin is the place.
Austin's a place that's like, Austin's just weird.
Yeah, apparently it's got more hipsters and shit now than Portland. Somebody just told me that the other day. I can't
Fucking
remember.
Portland, Oregon can go fuck itself. Portland, Liberty City can also go fuck itself.
Yeah, said it.
Yep. I don't know what the other two areas in Liberty City were in Grand Theft Auto 3. Portland was one of them, and I remember the first area I think was Portland.
Man, I did not play that game that much.
Fuck.
And because I started on Vice
Played the
City,
shit out of it.
I went back to 3 and I was like, this is not
No.
nearly as good as Vice
No,
City.
it's not. But at the time, it was fucking
Mind-blowing
amazing.
stuff, yeah.
It was like, do you remember the first time you played Ocarina of Time?
Or Mario 64.
Or Mario, well, for me it was Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
But probably Mario 64, you might have a similar feeling.
Well, I
But,
just walked into a shop and it was playing, and I had a Mega Drive at home, and then I walked in and I saw this kid playing the first level, and the 3D camera and the wing cap, and my jaw was on the fucking floor.
Yeah, could not fucking get over it. It
Yeah.
was absolutely amazing. Well, that similar feeling,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, it's just one of those things where you see it for the first time and you go, fuck!
Yeah.
This changes everything.
Hold on, guys. Yeah. I just found a game changer.
It's literally a game that changes. Yeah. That may be just me, I don't know. But I don't think kids these days is gonna have that type of feeling.
They don't even know they're born.
No.
They don't even know they're born.
But whenever I first fired up Grand Theft Auto 3 and it was 3D and you could go anywhere,
Yeah.
you know, that was
Pretty wild.
fucking hell. Blew my shitting mind open, you know? And every time something different happened, you were like, what? You know? Because it was at a time whenever gaming didn't really have that big attention to detail,
Yeah.
you know? Whereas now it's part and parcel.
You expect it.
Yeah, but there was a bit in Grand Theft Auto where you had to, because I can still remember, there was like a diner, and from where your safe house was in the first island, if you went just like outside of the safe house and then just turned left, went up that highway, past the train which was elevated, there was a bunch of jumps there. There was the sea was to your right, and if you went round like this wee corner, there was a diner, and at one point you had to steal a car from a diner and put a body inside it or something while they were chasing you. And if they hit the back and the boot popped open, the body was inside the boot. Now that's attention to detail. And whenever you
have to go back and throw it in, or
I think you just needed to drive it off the.
Oh, but if they knocked it out,
Yeah. So I can't remember why you didn't know. But I know that there was also a bit in it where I was like, fucking hell, where you press the reverse button to like reverse your car, and your character would like look over his shoulder.
Oh yeah. That's a great touch.
Fuck, that's great. And it seems so silly now saying that, but at the time it was like, fucking hell, that's crazy. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, yeah, they were way ahead at the time.
Yeah, and whenever like you could chop up in Zelda, whenever you could chop up a sign,
yeah,
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Chop it into pieces, and although it was probably cut in pre-selected pieces, but it felt like you were actually chopping wood.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 ways you could slice them up.
Yeah,
so it felt different enough that if you just went like the vertical slice, it would go like one way, and you could put it back together with the.
Yes, you used to play a song. God, what was it? Was it Sarah's song?
Oh, that's.
And you used to just plop back to place. But you'd look at it and you'd go, I can only chop this up 4 ways because it's vertical and horizontal slice.
Yeah.
But then if you didn't target it and you just attacked the air, it would like knock wee chips off it and stuff, and you could kind of, if you're really smart, you could actually like turn it into all different shapes. And it's so silly, like saying like, oh, you could chop a fucking piece of wood, a sign into different shape. But anyway, we're not.
These were simpler times. Children now don't understand that. We fully 3D games were something of a novelty,
They're fully 3D games that weren't complete bollocks.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy a complete bollocks, obviously, but.
And the other thing was Crash Bandicoot, a game that has far more praise than it fucking deserves because it's shit. I don't know whether you like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I don't really like it now.
But Crash Bandicoot, everyone was like, oh, it was great. It's the best fucking... No, it wasn't. It was a 2.5D game.
Yeah.
Where you ran along a plane, and it just changed whether it was a plane of a Z-axis or a Y-axis or an X-axis. That's the only difference, because either you're running towards the screen, and that way you could either go left or right or jump up and down. That's not 3D.
Yeah.
That's you going along a train track with limited movement. They had similar thing back in the Do you remember back in the 1980s? This has got nothing to do with wrestling. Do you remember back in the 1980s whenever we were, whenever like the Big Breakfast or whatever had these type of games where you could ring up and you'd press the buttons on your phone.
Falcon Hoof.
Yes, and there's a troll one as well. And you have to press the buttons on your phone to move the character, and you do it on live TV.
Yeah.
And so it would be like we were on a train track and you've got to like press like maybe 4 would move you to the left, and then 6 would move you to the right, and maybe if you press 2 you'd jump.
Yeah.
And you'd have to complete this very simple like layout of a game. That's what Crash Bandicoot was.
Yeah. But
bullshit.
Your parents wouldn't murder you for playing it and running up a £300 phone bill.
Yeah.
Constantly calling it every...
I know. There's also a game called Pandemonium. Do you remember Pandemonium?
That was really popular, wasn't it?
Pandemonium was... it didn't pretend to be like a 2D game or a 3D game like Crash Bandicoot. It was a 2D game, like Super Mario Brothers, but played on a 3D plane.
Yeah.
So you ran left or right and you jumped up and down. You didn't go fore and aft. You didn't go into the background or into the foreground. You just ran left and right. And your character remained in the center of the screen. But as you ran left and right, the world around you like twists. So there might be a bit where you're running right, but you're like running around a mountain, like you're spiraling up the mountain, And so you jump over like an enemy and attack them and so on and so forth. So whenever an entire level might look massive, but really it was just one path.
Kind of a rail, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Crash Bandicoot's not. Crash Bandicoot's bollocks. Anyway, that match. Sorry. That's how good the match was, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it was shit.
That a conversation about Crash Bandicoot was preferable. That rarely happens. Yeah, not good. Not as poop.
Didn't like it.
Do not like. Do not want.
I like the baby goats.
Yeah, okay.
They were cute.
Yeah, I would have maybe watched them kind of fight with each other instead of that.
Illegal.
Actually, I tell you what, I would have watched the Godwinns try and flog those goats to another farmer for like 15 minutes of haggling.
Oh, come on now. You gotta pay me more for these goats. You know these is good goats. These is prize goats, sir. Prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been better than watching that.
My girlfriend would have gone fucking bananas for that. They would have been her favorite wrestlers. They bring in baby goats. They would have, honest to God, like she couldn't give a fuck about the wrestling after she saw those baby goats. They were adorable, and obviously they were the faces, and we wanted them to win. But both teams were so fucking bad that I didn't give a fuck.
All lost. They did, we did, even the goats did.
Shit.
Yeah,
Utter shit.
Yeah, and I like what are the Wyatts?
The Wyatt family in the WWE, yes.
So they're portrayed as hillbillies.
They're more like a backwoods cult though, whereas they seemed like the Godwinns seemed like affable idiots.
Like goofy, like uneducated, possibly simpletons. Like
Yeah.
I don't particularly like that kind of character.
No.
In fact, I don't like it at all. It's fucking offensive.
It is.
But the Wyatts is a twist on that where it's actually dangerous. You wouldn't be afraid of 3 fucking idiots selling goats at market.
But you would be afraid of the guy who lives in a cabin in the middle of the woods, sits in a rocking chair with a big stupid beard and rambles, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm far more afraid of that. He's more likely to do a deliverance on you.
That's what I think they're going for.
Yeah.
They're going for the big rip.
Yeah, it's the Godwinns, that stuff is just shit, and that cowboy stuff as well. The Billy and Bart gun, that can fuck off as well. Nonsense.
And I didn't mention this, but they were fucking wearing blue jeans.
Yeah, a lot of denim in that match on everybody. A lot of denim.
Cheeky is what it is. Anyway, let's move on. The next match is actually, I think it's a King of the Ring qualifier. Give me a second to find out. No, it's a singles match. It's Ultimate Warrior versus Jerry Lawler, which hoped to be an incredibly short, hopefully hyped out match.
Yeah.
Because he goes in fast, he goes in strong.
He goes in, he blows his wad, doesn't clean it up, gets out of there, just leaves a load of sperm on your sofa.
So far we've got Stone Cold bleeding everywhere, and we've got the Ultimate Warrior about to shoot a hot one absolutely all over the place. So I hope that Macca has good laundry services, because
you're about to get foamed up.
Because by the end of this, you'll be able to literally fold that fucking ring in half like cardboard. And that's coming up next.